This time on Impavadus, we have a laugh with some French children that have been visiting the caves in canoes. Whilst anchored in the bay in Polentha, we sat out a storm of up to 30 knots.
And proved how good our Manson anchor really is.
Took a day trip to visit Barcelona. What a beautiful city.
Architecturally, this place is just amazing. If you get the opportunity, go to Barcelona and spend your money there. It's fantastic. Most afternoons while we were anchored in Calagadana in Menorca, kids went out in their canoes to visit the sea caves.
Where are they going in their canoes, Oz? Hey? No. No. They're allowed. Shush. So as he came round, I said, "You're a long way from Pompey." He hadn't got a clue what I was talking about. Apparently the boat's from Portsmouth. It's flying the red ensign, but it's from round here. Yeah, we've seen a lot of boats flying Dutch, Belgium and German flags, as well as ensigns, and being owned by locals, and we reckon it's some kind of tax dodge. Sorry, some kind of financial advantage.
I'm a shit queen! I'm a queen! Ici! Je suis une queen, le mec il me filme!
Allez, dépêche-toi! Oh, Oscar. There's nothing better than to see kids enjoying themselves, is there? They're out on the sea getting it. Excuse me, out on the sea getting exercise. They've been round to the caves and the rock formations. How to develop camaraderie and team spirit, darling. Get kids out there on the water, sailing, paddling, snorkeling, swimming, but get them out there. Oh, and the local morbid is coming in at 7 knots, straight through the middle of the kayaks. Look at that.
Well, this was the view from our back door. We absolutely adored this anchorage. It was busy and quite commercial, but tell you what, so pretty. Another really pretty place was Ciutadella in Menorca, a small harbour, really pretty. Not so much inside the harbour, but the way in. It's a very deep colour. It was absolutely gorgeous. And we passed through it on our way back to Mallorca, with a big storm coming up decided to go back to Minorca and then head off towards the mainland. We had an absolute cracking sail back. We hit our highest ever speeding in Pavidas, just under 9 knots. Now the sail got really interesting as we got towards the island of Minorca, but most of the journey was just like this. Ideal sailing conditions, flat seas, good winds and tramping along. This kind of sailing's only happened to us about 25% of the time we've been in the Med. The winds have either been too strong, in the wrong direction, or so changeable. But when it does happen, it's absolutely great and you enjoy every minute of it. Back in Minorca, we anchored here in Pollença. It's a fantastic bay, but the holding isn't very good and it's quite shallow. It was then the storm came in. We took this photograph right at the end, about 3 hours of it, up to 32 knots. The next morning we were up early and heading across to the mainland. With David and Caroline buddy boating us on Eternité, we had an absolutely brilliant sail, well, motor sail. We did the whole journey in about 15.5 hours. They even took some film of us motor sailing back to the mainland. We covered the 108 nautical miles really quickly. It seemed to go quite fast. We were heading for Badalona, just outside Barcelona. Badalona is just a short tram and bus ride from the main city of Barcelona. And we were that close, well, we just had to know where I was going first.
It's one reflective ceiling, isn't it? Small.
From Badalona we pressed on to Port Salvia, and from Port Salvia across the Spanish-French border and back into the south of France.
My bum looks at this.
Just now to enter French waters.
Brioche. Oh. Decent bread, baguettes.
This was quite a long passage. A lot of the way the wind was right on our nose, but we had a really good sail and motor sail. Just look at these numbers.
I always forget the bloody camera. Biggest marina in Europe. Come on, Doodles, down you get. In the cockpit, come on.
Port Camargue is the biggest marina in Europe and the second biggest in the world, with over 5,000 spaces.
Super-sized paddleboard there, sitting up. 6 people on one paddleboard. Now that is a paddleboard and a half, isn't it? I reckon if we had one of those, I wouldn't fall off it.
So at this point you're probably asking why we're pushing on so fast. Well, the Mistral winds come down off the land in this part of the world and they blow up to 40 knots for a week or so. We had a 1 week window of opportunity to miss these winds and get as far east as we could. Over to Marseille. So we kept pressing on. We had a good time, good sails. Most of it was fast motor sailing.
1, 2, 3, 4. In the balloon. No, we're okay.
Next time we arrive exactly at the right time in the right place for a festival. We're just so lucky. The Sardine Festival goes on for 2 weeks. Every night there's singing, dancing, merriment and brilliant food.
We make these videos for you, share our journeys. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook.
Sail
Sail
safe.
safe.